Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. It's going to be a beautiful day here in sunny McDonough, Georgia. A little nippy, but it's all good. Got to take advantage of this day because it's supposed to get some more rain. They've been saying we're going to get rain. And I was sitting there yesterday thinking, well, why are we not getting the rain they've been talking about? And I looked at the radar, and it's like I was here and the stuff was right around me. I was right in that little opening. So I'm like, well, okay, well, that's all right. But, yeah, it looks like we might get some tomorrow, I guess. But it's all good. It's all good. Let's see who's over here in the chat. Man, I'm already way behind on these comments. Holy cow, you guys. Let's see who we got over here. You guys keep getting here earlier and earlier, and by the time I look over here to look at the comments, there's a slew of them over here. Let's see. We got Dwayne, I think, in the house. -9, bombing -35. Holy cow. That's ridiculous. Javi's in the house this morning. How you doing, Javi? Troy Pritchard. Morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. And a thumbs up. Thank you, Troy. Appreciate it. Larry Galt in the house. Dave Clemens is in the house. Let's see where we're at here. Hitch Hamilton is in the house. He says, I won't tell you the weather in Southwest Florida. I hear everybody around here. Somebody around here just won over 300 million last night. Okay. Troy says it wasn't him, nor Dave Clemens. You can't win if you don't play. Yeah, that's why I never win, because I don't go get a ticket. The way I understand it, you got to buy one to have a chance. Mark Lindsay CNC is in the house. How you doing, Mark? Clyde Labani is in here this morning. Dave says he's played for 20 years, didn't win a dime. And that's not good. That's not good. Let's see here where we at. Earl Walker's in the house this morning. It says, morning, everyone. 27 degrees, going up to 36. Yes, not bad. Since it's January, February in Ohio. Yeah, could always be worse. Steve Gronsky's watching this morning from Mustang, Oklahoma. It says 36 degrees. Got to grab cup number 2 before the show starts. I'm already on cup number 3, believe it or not. Usually 2 is where I stop drinking them, but I got up. Well, I didn't really get up any earlier than I normally do, but a lot of stuff going on this morning. Going to be a busy day. Hitch says, on this day, 1969, the Beatles played their last public performance on the roof of a recording studio in London. Yeah, I saw a picture of that earlier on Facebook. Keith Stanford says, good morning, Gattoneers. Not everybody on here is a Gattoneer, though. Not at the coffee sessions or any other live stream for that matter, but good to see Keith. Kevin Ailes is watching this morning. How you doing, Kevin? Thanks for joining us. Gary Hammett. Let's see. Awesome Wood Thing says, I yelled at my boss about the importance of coffee sessions. My boss wants me in meetings anyway. Should I look for a new job? Absolutely, you should. In fact, you should quit right now. Just walk out. Keith Stanford says a sunny 14 in New Hampshire. Golly. Ryan Ballard says, morning, my friends. Mark says, it's 6 a.m. here, a balmy 44. Yeah, that's probably close to what it is here. I'm not even sure. I don't even know how to get it on here. Let's see. 39 degrees. So, yeah, it's a little colder here. But not bad. Like I said, sunny day. It's all good. Let's see. Yeah, Keith's saying the Awesome Wood things go freelance. Yeah. He ought to be getting rich in that YouTube stuff he does by now. Shouldn't even need a job. Because we all know YouTube just pays so much, you know. LB Sharp says 37 degrees in Geronimo, Oklahoma. Klondike's here this morning. How you doing? Let's see. I could have scrolled. Yeah, Mark agrees. He said, I would quit, Matt. Nobody needs that kind of negativity in their life. Sure. George Roth was in the house this morning. How you doing, George? Alan Kreifels. How you doing, Alan? Good to see you on here. Earl Walker says thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Clyde says we're all talking behind your back until you get here. Yeah, but I can see everything you say eventually when I look at it. Good old Janet's here. How you doing, Janet? Hope you got some coffee this morning. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Kevin Calhoun, Randy Hall, Chris Workshop. Gary Hammett says I won by saving, by not buying tickets. Yeah, that's kind of the way I look at it now. I used to play once in a while, and finally I figured out that it's just not meant for old Dave to be filthy, stinking rich by lottery winning. So I'll just keep my money from now on. Let's see. Dave says, Cup 1 because I had to fast for blood work this morning. Well, you're behind. You can catch up. Klondike says it's 31 in Iowa. Mike Reynolds is here. How you doing, Mike? He says, morning, folks. Mark, this is just me talking here, but due to the fact that he hasn't answered, I think Matt went to that meeting. Yeah, no doubt he did. All right, I think we're caught up at least for a minute or two. Man, I've got a bunch of crazy stuff. It's the kind of stuff that'll just make you shake your head. Yeah, it did me, and I'm still shaking my head. I'm like, holy cow, what is wrong with people? And I'm not even going to talk about the impeachment stuff. You know, you think that would be one of the things, but I'm not even going to talk about that. We'll all worry about that in 278 days. We'll fix that. But yeah, I got a bunch of little stories here that just crazy. But first, let's get caught up with the latest coronavirus update. You know, I've been following that pretty close. It's just interesting to click each day and go, okay, well, what's the latest stats now, and see how much it jumps. It's but here's the quick facts I've got here. It says the coronavirus has spread to 22 countries and territories worldwide, with 7,919 confirmed cases and 170 deaths as of January 30th. So that's, what is that? Is that today? Yeah, that's today. Okay. Okay, yeah, as of today at 11:30 UTC time. So what is that? That's it's not Greenwich Mean Time. Whatever time that is. Whatever time they're going by. But anyway, yeah, it says a previously reported case for Zambia has not been confirmed. Its status currently being suspected case. So yeah, I don't remember what it was when I said it yesterday, but it wasn't that high. And then I also looked here, and there's a little graph in confirmed cases and deaths by country. And this has even a lower number than what, so I guess there's been some more happened just since this little chart was put out. But China has got the most, obviously. That's where it all originated. 70, over 7,000, well, whatever that was, 7,900 cases. The 170-something deaths have all been in China. As I look at these other countries that show cases, confirmed cases, they don't show any deaths yet. The United States is still showing 5 confirmed cases. Again, no deaths. And the fertility rate, as they're saying now, is 2 deaths for every 100 cases. So 2%, but still that's not good enough odds for me. But anyway, so there you go. There's the latest coronavirus update. And let's contrast that with the regular old flu, because this surprised me a little bit. This is I put in latest CDC flu statistics. And this says the CDC estimates that so far this season, there have been at least, get this now, 15 million flu illnesses, 140,000 hospitalizations, and 8,200 deaths from the flu. So, yeah, I can see why they're kind of, the coronavirus thing, they're going, well, yeah, it's bad, but check this out, So, but anyway, it's interesting to keep an eye on both of those. But again, more and more reason for me to stay home. I don't think I can catch anything from those big old puppy dogs. But all right, so there you are. Y'all caught up on the flu and the coronavirus update. Matt is back. He can give us an update on how the meeting went. Obviously wasn't very long. It's 9:11 and he's already back here in the chat. So anyhow, let's see. Janet says, yeah, up here they're telling us to be more concerned about the flu than the coronavirus. Yeah. And you see why with those things I've just shown. Let's see here. Trying to read some of these comments. All right, Dwayne says there's a band called the Gatton Brothers and David's just the band leader. Okay, whatever. Key says, I was told black coffee, no sugar, is okay for blood work. Converted several years ago. Can't go back now. All righty. Mark says after 40 plus years, he started using cream and sweet and low. I don't put cream in mine. I drink it black, but I do use, it's not sweet and low, but it's not the sweet and low brand. It's the Publix brand of sweet and low. And that's the stuff they've been saying for years causes cancer in laboratory animals. And I just say the lab rats are wussies, But anyway. Yeah, let's see what else we got here. Meeting update. Boring. We probably could have told you that before you went in there. Let's see. All the new viruses coming from China. Yeah, pretty much. Remember they had that SARS thing going around a while back, 15, 20 years ago, whatever it was. Matt says, to avoid illness, I just throw delousing powder on strangers that get within 3 feet of me. It works great. I bet you make a lot of good friends that way too, don't you? All right. Let's see. Got another crazy story here. And again, this is another one that's going to go. If that last one didn't make you shake your head, this one will for sure. But the Georgia State Patrol, I don't know if this is making the national news or not, but if you ever want to drive through Georgia and, break the speed limit, it's probably a good time right now because they're going to be short of Georgia State Patrol officers. They just ended up firing a whole class of cadets because they found out that every single one of them, and when I say a whole class, it was 30 or so, but the whole class cheated on an online exam. Think about that. Georgia State Patrol, people that are trying to become a Georgia State Patrol officer, all of them cheated on the exam. Like I said, one of those things that make you shake your head. So, don't know what to say about that. So yeah, it's, of course, here locally, it's a big story because, they're always trying to increase, got cadets going through the training and stuff so that they can replace the ones that are retiring. And now, yeah, there's no telling. I don't know how much time was invested in those, but, they said, hey, we don't care. We're going to fire them. We're going to put up with that. And I commend them for that. But, man, what a kick in the gut, Every single one. And I guess when they caught the first one, he kind of ratted on the rest of them. He said, yeah, well, we're all doing it. We're all texting each other. And what other kind of thing they were using? It was some kind of social media thing they were using to trade the, pass the answers around and stuff. But yeah, a sad day for the Georgia State Patrol. All right, I got another one here that may make you shake your head. It did me. Anyway, there is a guy, and I just found out the news isn't talking about this. This one I kind of had to do some digging. Well, I say they're not talking about it. It was scrolling across the, they use those ticker things, and it was scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And that's where they put their stories that they don't even want to talk about. But, if you read it, you might catch it. But Janet's got a good point here. Says they used to do psychological testing to make sure people were qualified for police work. They need to go back to that. Well, they might have had to stop it because they couldn't find anybody that would pass. I don't know. It's just, I mean, all of them cheating. I mean, come on. Out of that group of 30 plus folks, there wasn't one that had a little integrity. That's sad. Of course, maybe they can get him a job in Congress now or something. I don't know. Anyway, here's my next story. And this one's, again, one of those that just kind of makes me mad, makes me shake my head, stuff I don't understand. But they had scrolling across the bottom of the screen this morning that a Georgia inmate was put to death last night by lethal injection for the double murder. He killed his he killed his ex-wife and her boyfriend with a shotgun blast. Back in, and this is the part that makes me shake my head, he was put to death last night. He killed him in 1997. 23 years ago. Well, maybe 22, depending on the month he did it. And he was sentenced to death in 1999. But it took them till 2020 or 2020 to carry out the sentence. Talk about swift justice. I tell you. So that's the kind of stuff that really gets under my skin. It's no wonder there's so much crime and stuff. They say crime doesn't pay, but it's getting where it almost kind of does. This guy got to live, what? Well, let's see. He was, I guess, 42. He says he was 65 years old. So I guess he was 42 when he did this. So he got to live another 23 years. And that's 21 years after they sentenced him. Just doesn't make sense to me. What are your thoughts? Mark Lindsay says, no doubt a ton of appeals. Yeah, I'm sure there was. But I mean, justice is supposed to be swift. I get the appeal thing and all that, but it just doesn't make sense that it takes that long to get rid of somebody like that. Yep, and the taxpayers fed him. Yeah, just think about how much money the taxpayers spent housing him, feeding him, medical care, all of that stuff for 23 years. So, I don't know. Something's got to be done. It's going to keep getting worse and worse. Looks like. I hate to be a Donnie Downer, but that was one of those things. When I read that and then I looked it up to find out more information, I'm like, holy cow! Crazy, crazy, crazy. But it's not just him. It's almost. Yeah, well, you should tell that to his ex-wife and her boyfriend. Yeah. Janet says she's not a fan of the death penalty, but sounds like he had already served a life sentence. Makes no sense. I am a fan of the death penalty. I don't see any sense in taxpayers spending money on somebody that's totally worthless and they know they're not going to be rehabilitated. For certain crimes, yeah, I'm a fan of it. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Like I said, one of those things that make you shake your head. But anyway, well, let's see if we can think something a little lighter to talk about this last few minutes here. Anybody got any good stories or good jokes? Troy says he agrees capital punishment. It's just, it's just that there's so many things people do now that there's really like almost zero consequences. Yeah. I get what you're saying, Mark. Yeah, he wasn't living large, but he was still living for 23 years. When his ex-wife and her boyfriend aren't. That's just it's not a good deal. Ted Clemens says, "Yep, death penalty." Yeah, I don't know. And I get why some people aren't for it, but sorry, I am. Sorry, not sorry. Anyhow, I wish I had something more upbeat to talk about, but that's pretty much all the stuff that hit me when I was watching the news this morning. And again, like I said, I don't even want to talk about the impeachment stuff. Good God Almighty, what a cluster! What a cluster! Here we go. A Scotsman and an Irishman walk in the bar. Bartender says, "What is this? A joke?" There you go. That's what we need. More comedy. Yeah, LB Sharp says, my uncle knew a man put to death 2 years later was proved innocent with new DNA technology. Yeah, I get, but what I'm saying is nowadays, though, the DNA technology has been around for a while and it's only getting better all the time. So, I'd have to know the whole backstory to that because I look at it like this. And and this is just me talking, so you can take it or leave it. A lot of these people that get caught for something, and may be innocent, but a lot of times they're putting themselves in a position to get mixed up in something like that. I can't ever see me getting arrested for anything because I'm not out there. I'm not hanging around with shady characters and stuff like that. So I'm never going to, I don't put myself, I managed to do it for 60 some years now. So I think I pretty much got it made. I don't know. Good news here in Indiana. It's supposed to be 57 here Monday. That's awesome, Janet. Let's see, that's what, February 3rd, I think. Yeah, that's awesome. I hope it makes it. All right, I forgot to set the dadgum timer again. I know why I keep forgetting it because I usually hit that one button that does all these multi-action things at 4 minutes and 30 seconds before I go live. And then that's when I get up to go get a cup of coffee so that I'll have a fresh cup when I'm sitting here. You can make it to 30 minutes. But I get sidetracked and I forget to do it. But yeah, somebody says, where'd it go? It's all the greedy lawyers. Yeah, maybe. I'm not a fan of them either. Especially the ambulance chasers that you see on TV every day. Oh my gosh. There's so many of them here in Atlanta because we're such a big thing and there's lots of traffic accidents and stuff. And it's like, don't worry, we'll sue them. We'll get you money. Yeah, he says, tell me a joke. I'm not even going to say her name because she'll start talking, but oh, this is funny. He says, I took the shell off my racing snail to try to make it faster, but it got more sluggish. All right. All right. Dave Clemens says it's time to get, so I guess I should get out of here too. I'll try to have some more uplifting news. For tomorrow morning. It's hard though. I tell you, you got to really dig for the good stuff because it's especially here in the Atlanta area. I'm telling you, it's when you live close to a huge metropolitan area like Atlanta. Why did God create the snake before the lawyer? He needed to practice. All right. Yeah, if your grandmother got run over by a reindeer, you may be entitled to compensation. Man, if I've heard that phrase, you may be entitled to compensation. If I've heard that once, I've heard it a million times here. Because they just, I mean, it's like a nonstop. When I'm watching the news, every commercial, that's pretty much what it is. Of course, that and Planet Fitness commercials right now, because it's the new year. Everybody's got to get fit, you know. Anyway, I'm going to get out here. Appreciate y'all hanging with me and coming here to the coffee sessions. I hope I'll have some better gossip and stuff for tomorrow. But anyhow, everybody have a good one, and we will see y'all tomorrow. We'll meet up here about 9 o'clock, and bring you coffee. Bring you coffee. Have a good one, everybody. Happy Thursday.